Hello traders and welcome in a new daily market analysis video. Today is the 22nd of March 2022 and this video is brought to you by the market research team at PU Prime. Let's have a look on the markets today. What do we have on our economic agenda and what do we expect during the day and how to trade the current chart formations as per the technical analysis. Please stay tuned. Starting with the economic agenda for today, Tuesday, the 22nd of March, basically the agenda lacks any important economic releases that should drive higher volatility than usual. On top of that, basically the most important thing that we need to watch is the speech expected from the ECB President Christine Lagarde. She's due to give a speech in an online conference. And of course, she will be asked about the monetary policy in the Eurozone and how to control the inflation levels given the geopolitical tensions all over the world. And so that's for me the basic thing that we need to watch. The other thing that we will be having a look on is basically the wholesale sales from the Canadian economy month over month. Other than that, basically we do have some economic numbers and figures. However, we don't really expect that this should drive higher volatility than usual, which gives us some very good opportunities as per the technical analysis. Let's have a look on them. Starting off with the dollar index on the 4-hour time frame as well as the 30 minutes time frame. Basically, we were long the dollar trading since last week. We mentioned that the levels of support around 98 points are basically something that we need to watch. We added to our long positions on the short term to target the levels again of the resistance 99.20. Basically, the dollar index had this brilliant move to the upside. However, during the day, and just because of the beginning of the European session, we can see here that the dollar is a bit weaker during the opening session. So basically, we might expect a retracement during the day, especially here that it is right now trying to create a lower low below the 98.60. So we are still basically long on the dollar index. We are still having our targets around the 99.20. However, we will be basically having a retracement during the day on the very short term. Going on to the gold trading, we are having the same view. We are still long. We are still having this respected levels of support around the levels $19.10, which is something that we mentioned during our last week video. So basically, we are still long on the gold trading. We are still having our targets around the 1950. However, again, we are still having a weaker gold trading during the beginning of the European session. We are trying to form a sort of a lower low. So a retracement back to the levels of 1920 is basically something that we might expect during the day. We are still long on the gold trading on the medium term. However, on the short term, the very short term, we might have this downward pullback of $6 to $7 that we should watch. Going on to the US crude oil, basically, we again managed to break above the key resistance that we mentioned during our previous videos, which was around 105.44. However, after the breakout, we basically had this bearish momentum. We are having this bearish divergence. The price were able to create higher highs. However, on the momentum indicator, we're having those lower highs. So a retracement back to the levels of 105.40 is something that we expect during the day, just for a retest before going to the upside one more time. So basically, we will be waiting for the US crude oil around the levels of 105.40 to add to our long positions on the US crude oil. And having a look on the Dow Jones and the major US indices, basically it's the only thing that we can see is bullish at the moment. After breaking above the resistance that we mentioned, 34,100, it seems that we had this pullback. And on the 30 minutes time frame, we are starting to see what is appearing to be a higher high, which is trying to be formed at the moment, 34,700. So we are basically bullish on the US Dow Jones on the very short term to continue this upward movement. So we are having a series of higher highs and higher lows. That was a retracement, a sideways movement. Basically, the bullish view should be confirmed whenever we break above the key resistance for the previous two highs, which is around 34,800. And that was all for today's technical analysis video. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Please stay safe.